So I commute 2 hours to London through the New Forest, seeing some gorgeous views when travelling through Southampton, but balancing this time with my workload requires a lot of planning. So in this video I'll cover how I make my 2 hour commute productive, how I stay ahead at uni with less time, and how I stay social. So starting with my commute, I often wake up at 6 a.m. and my train usually isn't till 7:30. This hour and a half here is just to get ready and make a coffee and then be out the door. So then this takes me to my 2 hour travel. So to keep this 2 hours productive, I wanted to use this time to do any documentation for my uni. So I thought it'd be best to invest in getting a smaller tablet just for ease of travel. And I also like to spend about 30 minutes just relaxing, listening to some music or watching a video, so that once I get to London, I can just go straight ahead and get on with what I'm gonna do for that day without feeling overwhelmed. So once I get to London, I then have a smaller commute just from London Waterloo all the way to Swiss Cottage where my uni is. So let's say that takes us on average a bit closer to 10 o'clock, which is when my uni lectures start. So this lecture goes all the way to 5 p.m. So I say lecture quite loosely because it's more like you're walking into the workroom at RuPaul's Drag Race. We're all just getting on with our projects and the lecturer will come round, ask us about the project and how we're getting on with it, and also help. So this leads on to how do I keep ahead even with this extra commute time? And it's quite simple really. I tend to just write out tasks of what I want done during that day and what time I want it done by. So this means that once I get to uni, I don't actually have to put much thinking into what I'm going to be doing because I'll have this list and just look at it and get straight on with my work. So say I'll usually have a couple of tasks done up until lunch, which is at 1 p.m, and then take the hour break and start back at it at 2. Once again, looking at the tasks that I'm going to be doing for the rest of that day. And if I get to the end of the day and I haven't completed certain tasks or some need more work doing on them, I'll just add them to a new list that will be for the next day. And then moving on to when my next commute is, I decided to plan to have this at least 2 hours after the lecture's over. So I'd usually travel back between 7 and get back for 9. In between when uni finishes and I have to travel back. And I always try to dedicate this to socialising with my uni friends. So during this time, it will often be me and my friends just going down to the student bar, having a bit of a catch up and just unwinding from the day we've had, which I think is really important, especially when I have to travel an extra 2 hours and want to try and make that productive so that it goes by quicker. And this then leads me on to the end of the day where I take that extra 2 hours just to travel back. So during this final 2 hours, I often plan content that I want to produce for TikTok or Instagram just to finish the day and keep on top of stuff. But then for the majority part, it will just be unwinding. So doing stuff that's a bit more relaxing so that once I actually get back, I can just go straight to bed at 9:30 and get ready just to reset my day and start all over again. And with that, that's what a normal day for me looks like. I think being able to take the time to block out your days and plan when you're going to do stuff really helps with not getting overwhelmed. And I know that a lot of practical courses, such as costume or any fashion or theatre course, are like full-time jobs. So being able to just manage your time well and you're able to take breaks in between what you're doing really helps with not being overwhelmed, and you end up actually working better and being more productive with them. So with that, I hope this video helps with how you might plan your day. And if you want to see any of my upcoming projects or projects that I've been working on, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.